Thank you.
So this is just a rough draft of the questions, and then bring them up. My thought would be to impanel 18 on this case because it's going to be a lengthy trial. And then so everybody's going to get, well, I know there's a motion for additional challenges. So why don't I hear you on that at this point? Mr. Reddington?
You're going to talk about the questionnaire eventually, or?
Yeah, I'll give you two. I just.
Okay. Your Honor, I have filed a request for additional challenges. I understand that would be entitled to 18. Is that correct?
Correct.
As I was told, you might contemplate 18 jurors.
Yeah, we're going to see 18.
So I'm asking, and I don't know if the government agrees, that we would have additional jurors. Obviously, that would be committed to your sound discretion, but it's the type of case, not only publicity-wise that we usually deal with, but just the sheer emotional impact that this case is going to have on jurors. And I have always felt that jurors really, take to heart their obligations under a jury trial. And I literally had occasions where I've run into jurors, some older cases, emotionally charged cases, in public places, and they would shake my hand and they cry. And that to be like 5 or 10 years later. And the impact of this case, which in my decades of trying cases is probably the most emotionally disturbing and challenging, I think is going to have a significant impact on jurors, more so than the usual that we deal with. So recognizing that 18 challenges might sound like a lot, I just feel that perhaps an additional number of jurors subject to your discretion would be appropriate, especially with the length of time that they're talking about, along with the emotional factors.
Come on.
I would join in the request for the additional peremptory challenges. And I just have a question in terms of if the court is going to impanel 18 about the seating of the 2 additional, because we want to make sure they have adequate viewing of the monitor and the witness box. But other than that, I have no objection.
All right, I want to consider this motion. With both parties requesting it, puts it in a little different path that you usually have on this. So, but I do understand the uniqueness of this case, the allegations. So I'm going to take that under advisement. We'll let the parties know in the next day or two. So that'll be under advisement. And in regards to the seating of the jury, my thought would be, as I've done before, is to have not to have those 2 side by side, but one in front of the other. And I think we haven't had that problem before in regards to being able to see either the witness, because it kind of lines up, and then the screen, which I imagine is going to be used here. Might have to turn it a little bit, but the cases I've done before with the 18, all the jurors were able to see. And then what we'll do is I'll just ask them as we're going through this, because everybody can see this. If you can't see it, let us know. If we have to adjust the screen or adjust the seating at that point, we'll do that. But I haven't had that problem, but I don't have them side by side like that. So, all right. Any other questions in regards to the empanelment, Commonwealth?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Reddington?
I don't think so.
I think we've all done cases with each other. So I would expect they'll be kind of handled the way we've done it before. So that would be the empanelment. As I said, with the schedule, as I indicated over here, I'm going to tell the jurors what the schedule is going to be, but let them know that it's a fluid situation in regards to how long the trial is going to be, how long the schedule's, on a day by day. So I'm not going to be very precise, I don't think. And we'll talk a little bit more maybe on Monday in regards to how I address that with the voir dire. Let me see. The other issue that I had, just in regards to, and I know Mr. Reddington indicated that you don't believe there's going to be a request for the defendant to be absent from any of there. And so what I would, just so the parties would know, if that comes up under Rule 45, what we'd do is we'd just do a colloquy, maybe do a signed waiver, and we could deal with it that way. So it wouldn't take up a lot of time. I think it's just better for everybody to know that's the procedure that I would follow, kind of after looking at the case law on that. In regards to the view, I know that I had allowed the Commonwealth's motion for review. There was a proposed order with the Commonwealth's motion. I don't think I got a proposed order from the homeowner. And I think he was invited to propose one, but I haven't seen anything. So Commonwealth, what's your position in regards to, it's your order, but what are your thoughts in regards to that?
Well, I was approaching it as most of these types of cases that I do. We usually let the homeowner know when we'll be there. They make sure they're out of the home when it's unlocked. We go in. A case like this where we have 18 jurors, maybe send them in groups of 4 or something along those lines to see whatever myself and defense counsel want them to take note of, and then leave the premises with an instruction to the jurors they're not to open any closets or anything like that or touch any personal items. And I think that's pretty much what's encompassed in the order, if I recall.
Yeah. Mr. Reddington?
I have no position on that, Your Honor. Your Honor knows that I indicated I don't think it's necessary to have a view plus videos plus photographs, but I understand you've already made your decision on that. So it's a house that is now occupied by a man and his partner. It does not look at all like it did before when Lindsay and her family was living there. So I defer to your discretion on any specifics on the view.
All right. So my intention would be to, as I said, allow the motion for the view, issue that order in line with the proposed order that was given by the Commonwealth, and then as we go forward, we can give the homeowner a notice on that. We'll have police and security there to address any of those concerns. In the order regards to the media, we'll also deal with the no photographing of the jury during the view.
Could I just make an observation, Your Honor?
Sure.
It's a situation where obviously we're dealing with people that are civilians or professionals. This is not a situation where we're looking at a drive-by murder in the middle of an inner city where there's danger to jurors and stuff. Can I ask that the court at least limit the police presence? I mean, I have had it with police officers on motorcycles buzzing back and forth next to the jury bus, and police officers stopping traffic and blue lights behind you, blue lights in front of you. There's no need for that type of a police presence in this case. We're going to take a bus to a house in a residential area in Duxbury, and that's it. I understand that there may be a need to, close down a road or something, but I would ask that we don't have such an overwhelming police presence for obvious reasons.
Come on.
We could go to sidebar. We do have a plan in place, but for security purposes.
Sure, yeah.